welcome to Callum, the ginger Rapscalian Killarney, for hopefully the first of many interviews in the build-up to the Bromageddon fight. We'd also like to welcome his manager, Nick White. First off, Callum, the question that's on everyone's lips at the minute, why Will? Why this opponent?
He challenged me. He thinks I can't knock him out, and I'm here to prove him wrong. He has a piss in that toilet by my room, and he never flushes it. I'm just going to do him for it.
Okay, that's reason enough, I suppose. So with all the hype and fever that's been associated with this fight, are you feeling any pressure to deliver the goods?
I'm realising more and more that people really want me to punch him right in the face, and people expect me to win. So the pressure is building up. Yeah, so, I feel like I have to do it for the good of the people. I owe it to the fans. Yeah.
There's no pressure there though with the training and tactics and techniques that we've been discussing today. Then I genuinely don't think there's going to be any pressure on you there whatsoever. I mean, I think it's clear to see who the winner of this fight's going to be, and I don't think there's any pressure there whatsoever.
Okay, so how are you feeling in terms of your own body? We've had a lot of talks from the fans wondering whether you can actually go the full 5 rounds if you need to. So do you think you're ready to do that?
At the minute, I'm confident that I will be ready.
Okay, and Nick, in terms of your fighter's conditioning and body, do you think he's ready to go the full distance?
Well, we've been discussing a dietary plan today that he's now going to be on. Obviously Wednesday night is a big uni night socially, so it will be a night when he's expected to drink. But from there on, we're going to be looking at an alcohol ban till after the fight, and so that he can really condition his body, because as you say, 5 3-minute rounds is going to be difficult. He's on a training plan now. He's working on his core, and compared to Will's training regime, I can't see there being a problem there.
Okay, so obviously you're joined today by your manager, who I suppose has already confirmed his allegiance to you. Can you kind of disclose with us any other members of your team, perhaps any members of an entourage that might walk with you into the ring? We talked to Sharkstrike Jones earlier, and he confirmed that he had 2 actual fighters that are going to walk into the ring. So can you disclose anything?
I think him walking to the ring with 2 actual fighters is a show. He needs those 2 by him, because he doesn't stand a chance without them.
Yeah. At least there'll be 2 fighters in his party. You know what I mean? You know, whereas we have 2 right here. The most important one being Kitson, who's going to be stepping in the ring, unlike Will. And as far as I'm aware, I mean, one of Will's fighters is his brother, who is undoubtedly as posh as Will. So fencing doesn't count.
It does not.
And the other fighter, I believe, is William Panter, who's what, 12 years old. So
something along those lines.
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's nothing to worry about whatsoever.
Right.
Okay, so with Sharkstrike Jones having a height and weight advantage over you, 1 clean punch could feasibly signal the end to your ambitions. How do you plan on countering this?
That's if he gets in 1 clean punch. I mean, I'm putting in the effort here.
Hello? No, Audley. No, not even I can help you. Sorry, mate. No, not interested. Sorry, take care. Sorry, gents.
As I was saying, that's if he gets in 1 clean punch. I'm putting in the effort now, and it's going to pay off on Thursday, the 29th of November. What's he doing? He's playing FIFA at the minute. I've been training hard.
Most probably, yeah. So up now, after having spoken to a few of the paying spectators who've already bought their tickets, the general consensus is that if Will does manage to beat you, and therefore win, then the world loses. How important is it that you not only beat him, but you beat him in a good fashion?
As I said before, he challenged me to knock him out in the first place. I was confident that without training, I could have done it. The reason I'm putting in the training is so I do it, and I do it properly, and it will happen. It'll go down. I'm doing this for the people.
Okay, so
the world needs this.
In terms of your training, what sort of training and preparation have you been doing so far? Obviously, the manager's just talked about a potential drinking ban that should come in place after tomorrow evening. As far as Will's concerned, he has a drinking ban 24/7. So, what have you actually been doing to prepare yourself?
I cannot disclose that information. You're going to have to ask my manager.
Okay.
And he'll tell you.
Aim the same question.
With the things that I've discussed earlier, on top of that, we have been working on a strategy and a game plan, which unfortunately I can't disclose to you at this point in time. After the fight, once it's become apparent what the game plan is, we're more than willing to discuss it at that point. But to give away a strategy or techniques or anything at this stage would be foolish. Like, for example, Will has declared that he's just going to come out swinging and try and knock Kitson out, and if that doesn't happen in the first round, he's fucked. We're working on a completely different game plan to that.
Yeah, as your manager's just kind of pointed out, William Jones was quoted in saying that he's going to come out swinging. If he doesn't manage to knock you out in the first round, then he's fucked. Is that going to affect your style at all? Is that going to affect your approach to the fight, or are you just going to concentrate on your own game?
I'm going to concentrate on my own game. I believe that if he doesn't knock me out in the first 10 seconds, he's fucked. So along those lines, he can say what he wants.
Okay, so as we've just spoken about, I'm sure you are training hard. But in the wake of the Muck Dickhead scandal, which saw you snapped eating fast food a couple of days ago, can you lay an assurance to the fans that you are actually here to win?
I can. I will in fact disclose that milkshake was actually a protein shake.
A protein
Banana flavoured protein shake.
Okay.
And I was pictured in McDonald's as a publicity stunt to bring myself down to the level
we're
of the
looking at a sponsorship deal as well at the minute with McDonald's. It's obviously worth a lot of money, so I mean that was very well set up by our PR team.
It was. And I'm glad the paparazzi shots were published on the Bremergen blog. That was the intent.
Yeah.
So the whole fight has actually been set up in the name of charity. Moving on to kind of the fight itself, can you talk us through the whole charity thing?
It's obviously November, or as it is more affectionately known, Movember, where lads all across the country grow a moustache. I'm giving it a bit of a go myself, and so is my manager Nick here.
No, I'm not this. I just decided to do this. I don't even know what Movember is.
Anyway, as well, I'll fill you in as well. Then it's we're just raising money, growing a little silly moustache, and I'll admit, Will Sharkstrike Jones' moustache is a little bit bigger than mine, but I'm pretty much going to knock his off his face on the 29th, so he won't be able to have a leg to stand on in that regard. But so we're raising money for Movember. The money that we raise on the day is going to go all off to charity. It's going to be a great event for everybody that turns up, especially those that want to see Will get grounded.
Okay, so moving back to Will himself, can you tell us what you think of your opponent on a personal level? Is there any bad blood outside the ring, or is it purely professional?
Will, as I'm sure everybody that I live with will know, is one of my best friends. He has been for 2.5 years, but he's a bit of a cunt, right? He's great to live with, and he's also absolutely horrible to live with. And I personally am relishing the fact that I get to punch him. Out of the 6 other guys I live with, I'm the guy that gets to punch him, which I feel very strongly about, and I think is brilliant. But there's no bad blood. There will be on the 29th, but after that we'll kiss and make up, and he'll drink my piss.
And you'll become best friends again.
Best friends, please.
So finally, TGR, what is your honest prediction for this fight?
I think if Will doesn't get me straight away, I'm going to get him.
So by knockout or decision?
The eventuality of the game plan is obviously knockout.
Nothing less.
That's I mean that's all we've discussed strategy wise. It's the aim is knockout. I think that's going to be the case for most parties involved in Bremergen. That is the plan. Judges and points and whatnot, I don't think we need to worry about. We're very confident in this camp.
We are
confident.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, gents. One last thing, Ginger Rapscalian, I will give you a chance now to send a personal message to Sharkstrike. So if you'd just like to look in the camera and say whatever it is that you want to say.
William, I hope your butler is there to fucking mop you off the floor when I knock you out on Thursday 29th.